everybody, this is Marie and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. And today we are going to talk about the friends, unrest, vandalism, riots. That I mean, it's it's crazy what's going on right now. Um, but before we get started, for those interested, today I am going to be using the Darkwood Tarot deck. Um, Pretty cool for shadow work, and also if you have to go to the dark side a little bit, and I feel like we kind of sort of are. And I also want to say thank you to my current and new subscribers on BitChute, on Rumble, on YouTube. I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Uh, Going on a journey, seeking out truth is not for everybody, and I'm just happy that you guys are with me on this one. I'm very grateful, and I appreciate you. So, quick recap, and I had to check it myself. So this teen, who's Algerian descent, he I think what, 17 or so. Oh my god, he was driving a Mercedes without a license. At least that's how the news, the article that I read stated, and that he also had a Polish license plate and driving without a license. And I think the vehicle may or may not have been registered. And then there were two passengers in the car. So apparently this young man, I think his name is Nahel, he was a student studying to become an electrician, and who loved rugby. And however, so I have to tell you all those backstories because I guess we have to set the scene. His mom and dad was not involved in his life. It looks like it was only mom and grandma and him. Didn't seem to be a father figure. And so I'm giving context here and not trying to shame anybody. On top of that, it appears that this Nahel, this teen, that was not his first offense. He was in this registered system that the French has, where even if you're not a criminal, you're still part of that list of people who resist arrest. And so it kind of sort of, at least that's how I'm interpreting it. Now if somebody knows more, please comment in the comment section. So that was his fifth offense. So he's been caught since 2021. He's been caught like 5 times driving without a license, which we all know it's a no-no, regardless of which country that you're from, right? For each offense, he was let go. He was, and the last one, like a week before he passed away, or before that incident, he finally got a summons to appear in front of juvie court, and that summons was scheduled for September of this year. Then again, a week after, we know what happened. He got pulled over. We don't know what occurred. Somehow, some way, he died. And then now, 6 days after, riots everywhere, burning, looting, hot mess galore, no words, right? In Paris. Apparently this happened in the banlieue of Nanterre. So banlieue is basically another word of saying suburb for the French. And oh Lord, the attack had been so severe that the mayor of that town, his house was attacked. He was not at the house. His wife was attacked. Her leg got broken. One of the children got hurt. They were able to escape. And now it looks like they're gonna prosecute those people as murders, which they are. So fast forward, since during the whole 6 day of looting and protesting and, well, that's violence, it looks like 45,000 police officers had to be deployed. It looks like uh, uh, good Lord, there's so many details here. From 150 up to 700 people has been arrested. There about 297 cars were set on fire. That was the minimum. I think the numbers have gone up to 1,900 cars that have been set on fires. 34 buildings damages. On and on and on. I mean, long intro, but I'm trying to say, you know, things have escalated pretty quickly. Now, the grandma of that child, Nahel, who died, came out to tell the rioters to stop, and that they're using the son's death, the grandson's death, to loot, which is the nice thing to say, the proper thing to say, obviously. I don't know whether she was pressured or not, but regardless. So right now, where we stand, there's a GoFundMe for the police officer. They have raised over 1 million euro. I don't know how much it is in America, but it's pretty high, right? Kind of similar-ish. And then not as much money, maybe less than half of that has been raised on the hill side, the hillside of the spectrum. I've looked for several minutes to look for a picture of that officer. Shit you not, I cannot find it online. That tells me that person is non-white. He has to be an Algerian descent or or black, you know, because if he was of a certain race, his pictures would have been out there for all to see. Now, they're claiming racism. I don't see it. Why? Because that child had 5 warnings. Never got a summons until the week before he passed. Again, you know, the police, I don't know if it was to defund the police. I don't know if it's a combination of factors. You know, the police have been lax in following the law. And that's a fact, particularly to a group of people. And in doing that, things have escalated, because every time that you give leeway to criminals or to people who offends the law, they will escalate that. You know, again, not pointing fingers, just stating facts. So we want to ask the cards what happened. Long intro, a lot of details here, but you know, the media is not sharing a lot. They're just saying unrest, and they're saying like George Floyd. I don't know. Let's see what the cards was to share. So, what really happened? Okay, let's start with that. What really happened? Because now they're using that as an excuse to cause property, to cause harm, you know, which is not right. But to bring proper context, since Macron signs that climate change occurred in 2017 or 18. France has been going through a lot of periods of unrest. I remember Trump did not sign that accord. He refused to sign it. He said it was bullshit. I think where things differ is that, you know, as soon as Macron signed it, price of fuel have gone up for France. And these people have been going to attack after attack, non-stop. At least we had Mr. T for 4 years to give us a breather. Okay, now we have that resident. Go, Brandon. Things is uncomfortable. But for 4 years, it was relatively heaven. But the French people never had that break. So I'm going with the assumption that this escalation was long in the making. Again, I know, long intro. But we have to provide context here. Right? Compare, contrast, look for patterns. So again, let's see what the cards have to say about what really happened in France, about this incident. What's that about? What's that about? First card is the Ten of Cups. Second card, Ace of Swords. Third card is the Star. Recent past. Present, Ten of Wands. The Moon, potential outcome. Lovers, clarification. Hermit card, clarification. Since I've been doing cards, looking for insight about current events, you know, since June, I've been seeing a lot of major arcanas in my reading. You know, it's as if to say that things have shifted. Things are moving in a bigger stage, taking center stage, more in your face, acceleration. There's a lot of major arcanas here. So let's start with the first. So for those who are new, I'm using a Kachina knife spread, and first card, like the bird's eye view to answer situation, recent, past, present, potential outcome. This is, or those two cards are clarification. So that's basically how you read. So the first card, we ask what really happened. So the first card, Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups is usually, or 10 is about completion of a chapter, ending of sort. But the Ten of Cups is usually a very beautiful card, a card of family, of gatherness, of contentment, but it can be a card of a glossy facade. And this is what exactly it is, glossy facade. You know, Macron is going about, the government is going about, the media is going about, everything is fine. Oh no, it's just a peaceful protest with a few fires here and there. You know, we heard that before. You know, everybody's trying to gloss it over that it's not as bad as it seemed to be, but it's crumbling. The facade is crumbling. Not only the facade is crumbling, so I'm going to read this a little bit differently than I used to, because the card is talking to me a little bit different this time around. Things are crumbling. The facade is crumbling. Lovers is about communication, commitment, choices. People people are not feeling the love. I know it's so cliche, but it's true. You know, emotional level, people are, it's the end. This is, again, R10 is ending. And they're not, they don't have confidence in their government. They're not getting the communication that they want. They're not getting their voices heard. They're not getting, they feel like their choices being taken away from them. All this from the lovers. You know, no confidence in their government. All of this, complete breakdown. And this is just 2 cards. There's more. Present, 10 of Wands. Again, another 10. I'm telling you, things are not looking great for friends. 2 10s in one spread, that says one thing. Friends is crumbling. Things are really shit. And you know, if you follow astrology, I think that channel, it's worth your time to check it out. In Beyond Mystic, they have like YouTube, but they also have Rumble. Worth your time. They talk a lot about astrology and how it affects the different energies. And it looks like, you know, what they've been talking about, friends, kind of makes sense. They're going through the shift right now. And it is. But that, again, 10 of Wands, another ending card. So the Wands is about motivation. It's about passion. It's about anger as well, because it's fire. You know, in this sense, definitely fire. I mean, we're seeing it quite literally. I mean, the card is not being literal in this sense. Everybody's at their wit's end and friends. You know, the burden has been so real, so massive. I guess that was the last straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing. Basically this. I mean, if this is a card to encompass all of that, it's the 10 of Wands. Again, 2 ending cards. 1 spread, back to back. And this is the present. So yeah, everybody's feeling at wit's end. Ace of Swords situation. So the Ace of Swords is about mental, spiritual awakening, truth, words, information, new beginning. All of that can apply and does apply. A lot of information is coming out. Friends, a lot of things that the government's been doing is not right. A lot of information about their practices is coming out. A lot of people are unhappy about the laws they have been passing. So people are awake, aware, and people are not afraid of saying what's going on, what the protest says at all. But you see where I'm going with this. Situation. So a lot of information is coming to light. A lot of truth is coming out. A lot of people are becoming aware, awakened. Even if you are like the most liberal or the most woke, whatever. Not after what's been happening in France. Not especially if you've been paying attention. If you live in the country, there's no way you can put your head in the sand. So in the past, these people have exposed themselves. What the French government, their dealings, what they've been doing. Star is about hope. It's about healing. But it's about exposure for me. See this lady? Butt ass naked. In that sense, exposed. Vulnerable. I think we've seen from the severity, the level of unhappiness of what's been going on. I think it exposed, you know, the government, their practices, and 45,000 officers that they had to deploy to gain order, and now more information is coming out. Macron is shutting down the internet so that information is not coming out there because they're trying to contain. So all of this, they're using this opportunity to censor. They're using this opportunity to show their tyranny. They're showing this opportunity at every step. You know, friends have been taking the brunt of the attack because, you know, presidents are elected for 5 years, I believe, in France. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So they have been, you know, no break, no, it's just like been attack after attack on these people. So every time, if you've been paying attention, the government has exposed themselves for what they are, globalists. Okay, and in that exposure, even though they're chaos, there's healing about this, because once you know the truth, you cannot turn a blind eye. So again, everybody's at the wit's end, everybody's tired, everybody's mad, spitting mad, fire mad, right? So the moon outcome. So it's about proceed with caution. What really happened? So there's a lot more to the story. Outcome. What really happened? What's really going on? There's more to the story that's yet to be revealed. Like I said, that officer, there's no picture of him. There's no mention of his name. Nothing. They just call him the officer. They don't say his name. They don't show his faces. There's a story about that. So again, it's as if the moon is saying there's more to the story. There's more that's yet to be revealed, right? Lovers, and the moon. I wonder if those two knew each other, the officer and that that kid, the lover. I don't know why, because I don't think, were they lovers? That would be interesting. There's more to the story. Let me just put it that way. But it's interesting. The first thing that popped in my head when I saw the lovers, I'm like, huh, quite possible. But the thing is, in their culture, interesting. So the card with that moon, there's more that needs to be revealed. The card doesn't want to share, at least not yet. But we're getting the sentiment that everybody's at their wit's end. People are becoming aware. People are becoming awake. Moon is about proceeding with caution, not being hasty in making a judgment or making a determination, because things are still going about. And I think things will become clearer over time with that moon card. That's what it tells me. Lovers is about communication. And I think eventually things will be communicated. But that lover, there has to be a story there. More between that child, that young boy that's 17, and that police officer. There's more to the story, because lovers, besides lovers, communication, whatever. Hermit. Hermit is about moving on. It's about, so I think once the truth comes out about what really happened that day, when that truth comes out, a lot of people are going to be turned away, disappointed, because the hermit is about leaving everything that you know behind in disappointment and disgust, and go seeking out answers. So there's more to the story. That's what the card is telling me. So it looks like the cards doesn't want to share anymore. But we're gonna ask nonetheless, what does this incident means for France? you know, this rioting, looting. What does it mean for France? King of Cups, Three of Pentacles situation. This is Temperance, recent past. Eight of Wands, present. King of Swords, potential outcome. Ace of Swords, again. The Moon, again. So it looks like whoever is being controlled have been keeping keeping things maintained in the past, recent past. I guess Macron and his group, there have been incidents, but I guess they've tried to keep things somewhat, in an even keel. However, right now, as it stands, with that Eight of Wands, Wands is about movement. It's about shift of energy. It's about traveling. Basically, it's a fast-moving card. And the fact that it's Wands, again, Wands, energy, motivation, fire, passion, all of that. So all of this, there's a shift going on. And we're seeing it. People are not happy. Fire, anger. Goes on and on. And the reason why, potential outcome, the truth, information, more information is going to come out. And King of Swords also kind of hints of legality, that maybe laws have to gonna be in place, enforced. Maybe a lot of legal action is gonna be taken. Kind of sort of like restoring law and order, kind of sort of. Because Swords is about not only truth, information. It looks like somebody's gonna come in to I'm getting like to restore like common sense to the people, or more information is coming out. Either one of the two. And again, due to the shift of energy, so usually King of Cups can be my bad guy card, like a group of people are very good at manipulation, and right now they're being exposed. A lot of truth information is coming out about them, about how they've worked together to uh, uh, how do you say that? Not commune, but to conspire against the people. How they've because in France, people don't have free speech. A lot of the laws, it's not really for the people. I mean, I know they had a new constitution after they beheaded the king and the queen, but it's not like the one in the U.S. The one in the U.S. is the best. Let's just put it that way. So, so they've been trying to maintain things, but there's have been a shift. even though the bad guys have been trying to maintain control for a while, for the longest, a lot of true information is going to come out to the point that it's really going to shift things to a new beginning, you know, but it's going to be dark for a while. There's a lot of, you know, things are still not at rest or at peace because there's more information that's coming out. So that's one aspect. The other one is that people are becoming aware emotionally. In light of all of what's going on, the looting, the rioting, the government, the media, a lot of people are becoming emotionally aware, emotionally mature. And because of that, a lot of people are united or coming together with that three of coins. So you see, I'm giving 2 layers here, and both of them are good, solid, are coming together, right? Recent past with that Temperance card, again, the people are coming to this point where, balance is about coming together. It's also kind of like a zen-like moment where you can see, you know, in the Matrix, when Neo, where he was finally able to see through the bull, really see the ones and the zero going to. It's as if that's that moment. You know, a lot of people are coming to that moment where you can actually see the Matrix for what it really is. And because of that, 8 of Wands, shift of energy, France itself is moving to this big emotional, vibrational shift. The anger is one of it. It's kind of like riding that wave. And then again, information, truth, word is going to come out big way. They're going to try to convolute, but I don't think they can. What's his name is going to try to use censorship with that moon, but the truth is going to come out regardless. And again, I'm seeing Lovers card. A lot of people are going to be turned away from the government. So I'm seeing some theme here. You know, so the Lovers can be government as well. It could be commitment. So whatever, they're turning away with that Hermit. Again, 2 major arcana. A lot of shift going on for France. Doesn't look like Macron is going to be able to sustain himself here, because if you lose faith in the government, the people, because how long can the police sustain this attack, right? So anywho, any advice for the people of France, for the French people? Advice for the French people. Advice. Advice for the French people. Telling you, it's so crazy what's going on, and I hope everybody in France stay safe, be vigilant, you know, practice situational awareness, you know. And so advice, Knight of Wands, first card, Queen of Swords, second card. I don't know why, but as soon as I pulled that Queen of Cards, Le Pen came to mind. Death card, recent past. So this is a major arcana. The Death card. Temperance card. I'm seeing her again. Present. Outcome is the Emperor. The Chariot. Clarification. Again, a lot of major arcana. I'm telling you, since June. Page of Cups. So Knight of Wands. A lot of movement going on. So usually when I see this card, it's military. So I'm guessing they may have to invoke either martial law, or they have coast guards. I don't remember how the French system works. It's been such a long time since I've been keeping track of the French. Even should know they used to colonize Haiti at one point. I haven't kept track of French news and how they go about, you know, restoring law and order, but it looks like they're gonna have to mobilize. Again, Knight of Wands. Usually when I see this card, it's usually my military card. So they may have to send out the cavalry or the troop to restore balance. Because again, Temperance card in the present. Temperance is usually about restoring order. It's about, leveling things out. So that's what that means for me. Reset pass, death card. So again, the country itself, France, is going through this process of death and rebirth. So the old way is dying. You can all see that, and a new, out of the transformation, something new is going to come out. What it is, well, right now it looks like, they're going to try to restore balance. Queen of Swords. Well, as soon as I pulled that card, I don't know why Le Pen is coming to mind. So that lady opposed Macron. Macron at the last election, if I remember, Macron won, but she has been gaining popularity amongst the people. So I think her popularity is soaring, and she may come out in a big way to either voice her opinion, restore order, or restore faith, or I don't know, ask for justice, something to that effect. But as soon as I saw that card, her name like popped into my mind like a hammer. So let's go with that. And the ultimate outcome is the Emperor. So usually when I see the Emperor, it's usually my good guys card. So I wonder if they're gonna provide assistance somehow, some way, because I'm seeing the Chariot as well as clarification. So it looks like, maybe either they're coming themselves or they're sending cavalry, because the Chariot, again, military movement, something of sword. Page of Cups, and it's gonna come out in a surprising manner, because Page of Cups is usually like a new beginning and a surprise. So okay, that's in an unexpected manner. Okay, so that's the advice. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna take two more cards. Page of Pentacles. So maybe pages about more information coming out, news, evidence, all that. It can be about the financial system as well. So when all that is happening, I think the Magician, I wonder if it's a distraction, because the Magician is trickery involved. So advice is that things are going to be moving quickly. They may have to call the cavalry to come in to restore order. They may have to have, what's her name, Le Pen, to come into the scene to calm things down, because maybe Macron won't be able to do much because nobody has confidence in him anymore. So the government in the background is either dead or in the process of I don't think a lot of people will be able to sustain this, because this transformation card is a major arcana. Whether you want to or not, it's destined, it's written, things are moving on. Temperance card, law and order is going to be restored like fairly quickly. Emperor again, it's as if like the good guys, the alliance is probably going to show their heads sometime in the near future, very near, because again, major arcana, every time you see a major arcana, it's not going to take months. Let me just put it this way. Fast moving cards, you know, again, chariot, movement. So there's probably going to be a movement of truth, or there will movement to restore order, but there's going to be a shift, a change somehow in the way it's going to come about. Very surprising, very unexpectedly. And Page of Pentacles, just gonna have to pay attention, because the message is gonna come out in a real and irrefutable type of way. The Magician says that, yeah, the media's gonna try to use trickery, but you know, people who pay attention will see what needs to be seen. All right, pretty cool, pretty interesting. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. That was pretty cool. So if you are in France and you know people in France, I hope you know, try to stay positive. It's kind of hard amidst of destruction, sadness, looting. A lot of people are going to be losing business, jobs, all of this. Destruction is so easy, but building is where it's hard. And I don't think people realize how hard it is to build something. And it doesn't excuse, I mean, you have the right to protest, but all this destruction is not, it's not right. It's not cool. So, with that being said, I pray for the people in France. I hope there's a peaceful resolution, you know, but I think we're beyond that, right? Thank you for sticking to the end of this video. Please feel free to share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.